Hello everybody, welcome to another game. Let's get that going. So we're going to be doing Starstriders versus Kasrkin today. Pretty excited. Alright, looks like we're doing boundary and capture for the mission.
Perfect.
Boundary. Oh, nice. I haven't played this setup yet. So I believe my opponent's playing Kasrkin. By the way, I'll shoot a link to the Steam page. I started uploading my own models. So my first team that I uploaded was Vet Guard. Currently in the process of uploading Blooded, and I'll be uploading Hunter Clade later this week. But I plan on uploading every bespoke team in the game. So look forward to that, guys. I'm really excited to use my own models. That's going to be really fun.
Do you actually use the pre-game checklist to set up the mission, or do you just do that by hand?
To be honest, I usually just do it by hand, but I'm happy to use it. I just find it a little tedious. Yeah, I don't like the pre-game checklist, if I'm being completely honest. It's more of a hassle than something that is useful. I think the main thing I dislike about it is the interface. Like, the interface is just clunky, if I'm being honest. I know people have worked hard to set up all the stuff on here, so like I'm not trying to bash it. Some people like it. I do not. Let's see. These are tactical. Why are these all mixed up? That's a strategic play. There we go. I have been loving the Starstriders, by the way. These guys are just so much fun to use. Do you need me to explain anything for Starstriders?
Don't think so. I will look at your operatives for a second.
Yep. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Yep, of course.
There we go. Time to that. I'll let him look at those.
Yeah, the team looks as always. Cool skins, by the way.
Yeah, another modder uploaded these. These are his personal ones.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, the red's cool.
The ones I played against 2 days ago looked like the original miniatures, and these ones look a little bit, yeah, different with the red armor pieces and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like red, so I'm happy that he chose red. Let's see, we'll add that. We'll do that. We'll do that.
I just would be interested what kind or what equipment you are using on them.
I'll let you know in a minute.
Okay.
So we have the warrant for trade right here. So I could use this 3 times per game. So I'm going to be using these 3. So +1 CP, I can choose from both my TAC ops, and then I get 6 additional equipment points.
Sounds great.
Let's roll for attacker defender. Oh, well, let me load a map too, sorry. Boundary. This one? Alright, would you like to be attacker or defender?
I would like to be the attacker.
Okay. So I get to pick the deployment. It's a good question. Which do... So have a quick question. Would you like to play with open doors, like where you can move through them, or do you want to play as walls?
The last times I played the open terrain, I always played it with open doors, so it would be okay. Yes.
Okay, cool. So we'll just so there's a door on all this terrain, and then there's going to be hatches here, here, and here, and here.
Oh, okay. They are also can be used as hatches. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Octarius terrain has 2 hatches on 2 of the buildings.
Okay. I never witnessed that before. I knew that for the Chalnaf terrain, but not for the Actarius actually. But nice to know.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, and then there's a door in the center of each of the terrain. Let me think which side of the board I want to take. So if I were to set up here, this isn't like, I feel like we're missing a lot of the board, whereas I set up here, I can see these 4 points. Here I can see, okay, I'm gonna choose the red side of the board. So this
Okay.
and then we go ahead and select kill teams. So I have no options here, so I'm just using these 10 guys, but let me know when you're done selecting your guys.
Yeah, I've already loaded my team as I would play it.
Okay, cool. So what do you got? You got Sergeant with plasma, Medic, Fox Trooper, Sharpshooter, Plasma Gun, Grenade Launcher, Trooper, Recon Trooper, Trooper, and a Hotshot. Okay, so you're not using the Demolition?
Nope.
Okay.
I think he wouldn't work that well on open maps.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed when I tried him out.
Me neither, because yeah, I think I played him 3 or 4 rounds up to now, and it didn't work very well every time. So
Yeah.
the last time I was able to place the bomb, and yeah, as I said countless times before, I played against the Starstriders, and then just the dog came and made the bomb detonate, and yeah, that killed my demolition guy and the dog, and yeah, so the outcome wasn't very well for me. I think you would need minimum 3 actions to place that bomb and get back to the point where you started, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
So that you can really efficiently use him.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to me. He doesn't have the free dash like the other guys who deploy the mines do. That's always been odd. Oh man, these scans came out so good. I'm so excited to show people my blooded team. You guys are going to be in for a real treat when you see those. All right. I need to go back into this game and use my brain. Okay, so we'll take this. Take this. So that's 4 points right there. This guy's taking nothing because he's just gonna call in artillery strikes. This guy. Go. So this is 4, 8, 12. This would be 16. But I think we do. Can't give anyone else any equipment here, so.
I didn't understand up to this point regarding Into the Dark. When you make maybe you know that when you make a guard action, and you can interrupt the enemy's turn.
Yes.
After one action, and maybe has a conceal order and is in cover, so that you cannot yeah, make any line of sight or cannot shoot him, and he moves through an area where you can actually shoot him, and then after his one action, he's just back into a cover with his conceal order, and you can still not shoot him. So he moves from one to another point, and you would not would not be able to shoot him, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, because you can only use the guard action after they've completed the action. Okay, I have my equipment selected. So my equipment's pretty simple. I'm taking carapace armor and hotshot capacitor packs on people. So he has carapace armor, he has carapace armor, and then these three guys have carapace armor and then hotshot capacitor packs. And that's it.
Plus save and 1 to both damage characteristic.
Yep. You pretty much take this every game. The only difference is, like, usually I'll take like a crack grenade on the team. But in this situation, I just don't think a crack grenade's all that useful against Kasrkin.
Yeah, I can say something to my equipment also. My sharpshooter has a long range scope, so that he gets the no cover rule. That yeah, if he's shooting somebody, that operative cannot retain any automatic saves.
Okay.
The same for one trooper, and I think the other trooper too. Yep, so that's 2 for each, 6 points. And the recon trooper has a stun grenade, which actually, yeah, I think I have the card over here. Yep, which can
He's running
make
stings on the
an enemy operative or any operative within 6 of that grenade lower the APL. And the plasma gunner has an adrenaline shot, which when he's wounded makes him yeah, just do his full move instead of 4 inches, and he doesn't suffer from any APL, from any minus APL.
Nice. Okay. And then after that, we can go ahead and select TAC Ops. Where's my third TAC Op? Oh, is this invest? How hard would it be to investigate motive force here? I feel like that would actually be pretty simple. Because we could, like, move here, do it, move here, turn 2, move here, do it, and then turn 3, move up and do it. I feel like that's pretty reasonable, if I'm being honest. Then, as is tradition, can... Oh man, we could actually do Vantage. Select kill team. So... Sorry, I'm actually not going to use adaptable or adoptable terms for the 2 different archetypes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have to say this now, but I'll select an additional scouting step.
Okay.
I'm still allowed to change that. That's why, because I can select this when I'm starting to select TAC Ops. But
yeah, no problem.
Yep. So I can do recon or security. So we'll do that. Go recover, and then we go Vantage. Vantage is looking like it's actually pretty easy to score on this.
Okay, I've already selected my tech ops. I will just put them.
I mean, alternatively, I could go seize ground
onto the active objectives.
I'd rather just get it out of the way, so I don't have to worry about late game.
Yep, finished.
Okay. All right, so we're absolutely picking Fortify. think recon would serve me well. Which one do I think he's gonna do? I think he's gonna pick fortify. Do I care about going first? Kinda. I am defender. So I don't think he's gonna be picking... Alright. So I've selected my scout. So I'll put that right there. And then my additional scouting phase, I'll put that right there. If I were to guess, he's gonna go recon. Could go infiltrate. Probably fortify though.
Okay, I will just select my second one.
Because I mean, he wants a sniper nest. Your second one has to be recon, doesn't it? Pretty sure it does.
I don't think so. As I remember, if I remember correctly, I can choose another one, or even the same if I.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be recon.
But I can look it up 1 second.
I don't know, man. There's so many teams out these days. I could be getting this wrong. I mix up rules all the time, so I'm definitely not. Yeah, you can resolve an additional recon option even if you've already selected that. But I think you can use it on anybody.
So I can just use recon, not infiltrate and not fortify.
For that ability, yes.
Okay.
That's why you look up rules.
Okay, so we can reveal.
Okay. Alright, so you went fortify, I went recon, and then my second one's going to be fortify. I'm going to choose...
The second one is...
Oh, go ahead.
Yep, it's recon.
Cool. I'm going to choose to go first. Oh, shoot, we got to set up teams. Whoops. Oh my god, completely skipped that step. That's embarrassing. Okay, let me... Yeah, we're supposed to do scouting after we set up the teams, but it should be okay. We can do scouting again if you want, but I don't think my opinions are going to change.
No, we can just leave it like that.
Yeah. God. I literally just completely forgot about this step. Okay, so we go with that. He'll go conceal. 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 She will go conceal. She will go conceal. And the best boy will go conceal. Okay. So put you in one group. Actually, I think you go in this group. You go in this group. And then you idiots go in this group. Okay, so we'll put the gunner. It's the best angle we can get. Okay, so we do that. I think she goes there. And then what's the best angle we want on... I think we want this corner. Go there. And then this guy probably goes here. Okay, so there's my first group.
Okay. Sorry to ask, but is the mission already selected?
Oh, do you not see the objectives?
No.
Okay, here. Sometimes they don't
Ah,
spawn in.
okay.
Okay, do you see them now?
I see them now, yes.
Okay.
What mission are we playing again?
We are playing capture. So this is the one where you have to stand on the point until the end of the turn. But at the end of the turn, you count as controlling it until your opponent controls it. So you don't have to stay on the objective. So I think this guy... This guy just sets up like right there. He'll set up right there. And then... Maybe we'll set up like right... No. I need to leave room. So maybe we set up like that. Set up like that.
It's my first group.
Okay, so there's my second group. Already set up over here. So sniper and conceal, box and sergeant and conceal, trooper and conceal. Yeah, makes sense. My god. I'm just looking up to see if I can find like another Kasrkin team, because maybe this is heresy, but I ripped apart my Kasrkin to build an Inquisition Starstriders team. However, I need a couple more guys. Mostly the sergeant. Maybe I just magnetize the arm, I guess. Might be doable. I built my sergeant as my void master. I just wait till the Kasrkin box comes out, and I'm sure they'll come out eventually. Okay, it looks like recon troopers engaged. Trooper grenade launchers right there. Alright, I'll just set up. Where do we want retrieval? I think retrieval makes most sense. But I'm going to be running out to an objective, so it makes the most sense being right there. So we put the doggo on the far flank. Okay, I can group activate with this guy too if I really need. Lucia Vane. Stick her right here just so we can punch her up the board. And then the Rejuvenate Medic. She's gonna go... probably here, but I want to push her up into this corner. Alright, I've got my full kill team set up. If you want to just set up your rest of the guys. I'm worried about that dog. I think that's the best option, though. I mean, alternatively, we could have set it up on this far corner, and I think... No, that just leaves me open to getting shot. I mean, this would be the most safe spot to vantage. But... we just walk through the door, or we get hit with that flank. Could set up a barricade like right there, but I just think that's just too much work. I'm happy going.
I think we had to set up the barricades before the...
Oh my god, we've got barricades too. Normally,
no problem, we can just...
Normally I know what I'm doing. Jesus. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
No problem.
How did I fucking forget barricades too? I'm such a goon. What are we getting for movement here? 10 inches. 10 inches would get me there. This is a really dangerous spot for my assassin if I were to do that. But I guess... like, if we were to do something... Because if we brought the medic up to right there, we could do something like that. Sorry, I'm actually gonna... Whoops. Let's see who set up. I think Alucia set up with the medic. So I'm actually gonna put my medic in Alucia. They're gonna change places. Okay. And let me set up my other barricade. Oh my god. I can't freaking believe I forgot the barricade. I'm playing super late in the morning. I don't know if I want to seal that off. I don't think that's a smart plan. I really am not sure what to do with this extra barricade. I guess if we put it like right there.
Theoretically, you can just make a normal move, which ends on an objective, and then go on with a dash, and the objective still controls, counts as controlled by you, yes?
No, you have to hold it at the end of the turn.
Ah, okay. And after that, if it doesn't get conquered by the enemy's operatives, it's counting still as...
Yes. Okay, so you want your barricades here and here?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Recon's gonna go there. Let me save this guy's position. Yeah, 'cause he just drops in right there. Oh, nice. Models are done. Yeah, I think I should be... It took me 9 hours to upload my veteran guard onto TTS today. And I suspect it's probably going to take... If I were to guess, probably 5 or 6 hours to get the blooded team up. There was a lot of trial and error with the vet guard, and I've kind of hit a routine now after I figured everything out. So I think that I'm going to be okay with that. Alright, so if I were to move... Okay, so basically from there... Okay, we could get there. Okay. Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I put down my scouting fortify, by the way.
Hmm?
Oh, you put yours down? Okay, so that's where that's going. Then I'll do my scout move, which will just be my assassin is just going to move up against the door. Then you have your recon dash. Probably going to recon a
If I
sniper.
would make a normal move over a terrain feature, I would actually, yeah, make one circle less. Can I use a dash action?
So the recon dash now has fly.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, that's true.
What's the deal with this trooper?
So I would place him like this.
Okay. Oh, do you want to give yourself CP? There you go. And then I go up to 5 on turn 1. Okay, so we are done with this. Alright, good luck, sir.
Back to you too.
Alright, so strats. I am going to play New Frontier. So that's the +1 movement strat.
I won't use any strategic ploys in a first turning point, but if I remember correctly, I get 2 elite points from the sergeant.
Yes. Okay. I'm not spending any other elite points or elite points, stratagems. So. Alright, so I took first activation, so TAC Ops, so I'm going to reveal Investigate Motive Force. So this is the one where my Electro Priest needs to go to different objectives.
Ah, okay.
Anything from you?
I will reveal Protect Assets.
Okay. So you want security. I will reveal recover item. And
I won't reveal another one yet.
okay. Alright, so I'm putting the item right there. Alright, and then I'm not revealing anymore. So my first activation, the Electromeister is just going to dash forward. He's going to do the action on this objective, and then he's going to move, let's see, 4. And then just to right here. Okay. I have to do it twice, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a hot shot volley. It's just running forward like a mad lad.
Up to this position. Move dash. So it was 4 for the first move and then a dash.
Okay.
Yep.
Save positions.
Was.
I'm gonna go ahead and this Voidsman is going to move and dash and climb up to go right here. All right, buddy, do your best and call down artillery strikes for the rest of the game. Did he take any? He took a stun grenade. I don't think he took any actual grenades. So I think that guy's just pretty much hanging out there for most of the game. Usually I bring him in on turn like 3 or 4. And he just jumps down to go score stuff because I usually don't have many people alive by then. Oh, guy's running up right there. See, this is why we put that barricade right there, though, because he could have popped through the door.
I will move dash with the trooper, and then after the 2 he has 5 inch left. And I will place him like this.
Okay. So I will have my assassin. She's going to move dash, and I've got 10 inches of movement, so I will go to here. Yeah, we'll put the half damage strat next turn. I think that'll be really good. I should be controlling 4 objectives going into the end of the game, or end of the turn, I mean. So I'll be in a pretty big power play position.
I will use my normal move to move the grenadier up that terrain feature.
Uh-huh.
So that he stands just at the border, and then he should be able to shoot the assassin. I think because he is elevated.
The assassin's in heavy cover though, so advantage wouldn't.
Okay. It only counts for light cover. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would do something else.
Yep. I saved everyone's positions, so if you want to take something back, just right-click and put load place, and it'll put them in their spot.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep. I think that's like one of the #1 things that new players don't immediately understand when it comes to kill team is Vantage
then
only
my
works on
plasma
light.
gunner moves up to this position.
Okay. I'm not assuming this guy's just new. He actually told me before the game started that he's new. That's why I'm commenting on that. So I will activate my dog, and we're gonna go 1, and then we'll go to there. That's with a dash and then a move, and then he'll pick up the objective.
Can the dog make mission actions?
It cannot, but it can do the pickup action for free when it moves.
Okay.
Okay. Then actually I might move back a little bit because I still have 2 more inches of movement, so I think we'll go to right there. Okay. Best boy. I love my dog. Okay. So I have all my key pieces where they need to be. I think the main thing, we need to watch out for this trooper. They can come through and kill my medic. So I think we position my medic. I'm not really sure where I want to position her. I could position her like right here. I think that's a pretty good spot for her, if I'm being honest. Maybe I want to Lucia Vane there. Nah, it's too close to getting shot from that trooper, though. We'll put the medic there. We'll stick a Lucia Vane against the wall. We'll put the Void Master against the wall here. And then this guy will probably load up against the wall here. And then the gunner probably just loads up right there. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Basically, like, I want my gunner to look in this kill zone, but not offer himself to the vantage points back here.
Move that.
Okay. That was just another trooper.
Hmm?
Okay. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this guy's just going to activate and then move dash to go here. I'm super excited for those Arbites to come out. I think they're going to be a fun team. I think a lot of people are assuming they're just going to be, like, Breacher clones. I've seen that.
A normal move to set the medic up a bit to the right.
Okay. I've seen a lot of people say that. And I actually really disagree. I think there's a lot of design space for Arbites. Alright, so the Void Master is going to go right here and pass. Like, there's just so much design space for them. They actually have a very large role in the Imperium, because they're basically in charge of distributing law and justice throughout the Imperium, and they're not even regulated to specific planets. Like, they can go off planet to go, like, chase people down and arrest them. And
Box Trooper will use his battle comms for 2 times, so that he splits up his actions between the Recon Trooper and the Grenade Launcher guy.
Okay. Recon Trooper, that's really interesting. Where's the Recon Trooper? Is that him? No, that's a Vox. Where's the Recon Trooper? Where is the Recon Trooper? Oh, he's right here. Okay.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay, so you're giving APL to the recon and...
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot that. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm not really sure why he's given 3 APL to the recon, but maybe he knows something I don't. Unless he thinks his Vox scan does something that it actually doesn't. Can I see anything? I don't think so. So if I put that rejuvenant adept, yeah, there's no way he's getting. Okay, so the rejuvenant adept is going to move dash, and she's gonna go right there. Yeah, we're completely hidden from... We're not hidden from this vantage, obviously, but there's only so much you can do. I need to move this trooper. This guy's in danger of getting shot. If he wanted, he'd be able to pop up. I don't think...
My sergeant is just going to pass his 2 actions.
Okay.
So he does nothing.
So this Voidsman is going to move and dash and go to right. Right there. Okay. Then Lucia walks up against the door, and then the rotary gun probably presses up against the door as well. He'll just probably nudge. Just so I can get, like, I can move here if I need to. But I'm not blocking the door for anybody.
My recon trooper is moving up with 2 circles to this point. And he should be able, I think, to dash down and just stand like this.
Ah. Wait, I don't understand what the 3 APL was for, though. Okay.
And he doesn't do anything with his 3rd action. I used that because I thought that I need to climb through that scrap pile, but yeah, it wasn't really necessary.
Okay. That's
yep,
fair.
And he's activated, of course.
Gotcha. I'm just going to activate a Lucia Vane, and she's going to move up against the door right here. Yeah, I'm not really going to be able to call down any support assets this turn. I didn't really expect to. Like, the only questionable one is we could possibly get, depending on where he sets a guy up. Like, if he tries to set up, like, along this corridor, I am looking down that, so it's possible, but it's pretty unlikely. I'm okay with that, though. We don't really have to set up. I have a really, really great turn at the moment. We just need to set up for vantage. So I need to get one of these 3 buildings next turn, which I think we can set up with the dog. So if the dog just climbs up here.
At hiding them, I cannot get line of sight to anyone.
Yeah, it's pretty common turn 1.
Yep.
That sniper's going to be a real pain in my ass, though. I'll tell you that much. Because I don't have any assets to deal with it.
So can I... look. I'm trying to...
I think if
this
you...
Voidsman.
Yeah, if you set up like on the corner right here, you might have line of sight with him. That's just unavoidable, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but I don't think you would be able to move up there to this position, make a shot, and then dash back down because there's the light cover up there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a risk. It's probably not a risk I would take either, but, you know, that's his decision to make. Though I don't know if I could really punish him for it. Oh yeah, we definitely could. I've got line of sight on this guy. The top of the building doesn't obscure. So the ramparts. I'm seeing a lot of people. Oh.
I will just move him a bit to the right. And then that's the activation.
Okay.
Because it's too much of a risk for me.
Yeah, I understand. I think my heavy gunner's just gonna move up behind them, and then he'll pass.
Okay. Then my sharpshooter is moving up behind the barricade up there.
Okay.
Dog, I think, is behind that heavy terrain feature, right?
Yeah.
So that he cannot be shot. Yep. The assassin, the executioner also, and all of the other ones cannot be seen right now. Yeah, I think that was turning point 1 then.
All right, great. You got oh no, you're fully activated as well. Okay. So I will score 1 from recover item. Then I've got 4. You've got 2. Do you score any other objectives on turn 1?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I didn't kill anyone for protect assets, and the other 2 ones are not revealed yet.
Okay, cool. So we both gain a CP. Save positions, ready operatives. All right, great. Let's see who goes first on turn 2. I get a 6. 5. Okay, so I have to go first. Strats to be played this turn. Let me think. So we have the plasma gun right there. Combat medic. I mean, it'd be throwing my assassin away for that, which doesn't sound great. Okay, so I will pay 1 CP for New Frontier again.
The 1 additional movement.
Yes. I'm so excited for the Drakari team. I can't wait to buy that box. Like, the Arbites and the Drakari are both going to be really cool teams. I'm really
Use
happy.
1 CP. So I think we got another one first. So you use yours already, so that you are back to 4. And I will use 1 CP to play the Safeguard Strategic Ploy so that I can reroll once in saving throws when I'm in cover.
Okay. I'll pay 1 CP for Undaunted Explorers. So if I'm standing on an objective, or if I'm within 6 of your drop zone, anytime I'm fighting or a shooting attack is made against me, one of those attacks I can make half damage. And that's all the strats I'm using.
Okay, I'm not using another one yet.
Okay, cool. TAC Ops, I'm going to reveal Secure Vantage. Anything from you?
You have to choose a vantage point for that. Which one?
Oh, I don't have to choose a vantage point. I just have to control one at the end of the turn.
Ah, okay. It's really strong, actually. I choose to play Vital Objective.
Okay.
That I have to select 1 objective marker, and that would be this one. And if I'm controlling it at the end of the turning point, I'm getting 1 victory point.
Okay.
And I'm also playing Hold Them Back.
Okay. So first activation, I'll do the dog. And we are going to climb to go there. Go 2. And then we'll dash. And he's just going to go into this spot right here. Okay. There we go. That should stop me from getting shot at pretty much completely. Unless somebody wants to go up there and go through the effort to shoot my dog. Oh, sorry, if you don't mind though, before I do that, I do want to drop the objective. So we'll drop it for right there. Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll go where I went. I know you might be thinking, like, why are you doing this? The reason why I'm doing it is because if he goes through the effort to go up there and kill my dog, I'm not screwed out of recover item. I don't know if I can get that objective with a dash. Recon troopers moving. Yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, I've seen a lot of people playing Kasrkin recently.
Just have to reload him.
Okay. It's very peculiar. They're just a really cool team, so I think that's why. So they just have like a really high popularity. I think they're definitely better than people initially kind of reacted to them as, but they certainly need a buff. I don't think there's any question about it. I would keep their BS at 4 because I think they get broke if you make them BS 3. I think what ends up changing is probably the wounds characteristic goes to 8. But I don't know, man. Maybe they stay at 7. Very curious to see how they would buff this team. Because making them BS3 is just right out of the question. Like, elite points are just far too strong at BS3. Because you get into these situations of you just don't miss shots when you're BS3. Which is not in a good place.
Your Juvenant Adept doesn't have any cover lines from this position.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Okay, so I'm making a shooting attack.
Okay. And you can use 1 elite point for free because that's a trooper, right?
Yeah, that's true. So I will use 3 additional elite points.
Oh, sorry. One more thing. Shouldn't you have started on 14 points? Because this is turn 2.
Yeah, that's true. So I will do it again.
Okay.
1 second. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
I will use 1 free elite point and 3 additional points from my pool to make that 2 another crit.
Okay.
And then that's my shooting attack.
So you get 2 crits and 1 hit. That's going to be kind of hard to survive. Alright, I have a 5-up save. Nope, she very, very, very much dies. Okay. Okay. I feel like that guy would be an easy kill, but we'll hold off because there's 2 other guardsmen over there. What's the business going on over here? So he does have a plasma gun. He's got his medic right there. I don't think we have range to fight or charge and hit both of them. This is a trooper and a volley gun. Okay, so I'm gonna have my Voidsman with the rotary cannon dash out. And let me just see. I want to get an angle at you so I don't get shot back. So I think we'll go right there. Let me make sure I have visibility on you. Okay, so if I do that, I'm visible. And we could shoot this guy, but if you were to fire along this line, he would be obscured. Okay, so I've got 6 shots with Relentless. Okay, and rerolling. Okay, so 2 crits and 3 hits at 3-4. You do get cover.
So, how much damage? I think it's 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So I have to block 2 crits and a hit. Okay. So I'll auto retain 1 and just try it.
Then you get to reroll the 1. That's pretty good.
Yep. And
okay, so that kills him. Oh yeah, I should make my person dead too. Okay. Usually people put him up right here just so we can track who died on which turn.
ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, back to you. Kill for kill. I mean, I lost my medic, but didn't you already post this video? Interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking on my second monitor, guys. I talk to myself a lot. It's just something I do. This volley gun's gonna move up. Oh, he's gonna climb? You're gonna shoot my dog. How dare you? Or is he gonna take the objective? Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna play mission this turn. Oh, you're trying to get a line of sight on him?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you definitely have it. Because you can measure... Yep. You're good.
Can I place him like this because the base isn't completely floored of the hotshot polygon?
You cannot. But I think you can put him in like that. And that should still... oh, well, maybe that does slightly obscure. It looks like it... Can you check and see if it's hitting that corner on the building right there?
If I'm looking directly from above, it's okay.
I think it might
I'm looking
be.
from the position of the volley gunner. If I'm straight following the line, it should be okay, I think.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, go ahead. I think it's clipping that, but it's pretty contentious, so I'll give it to him.
I'm just removing the token from him and switching to engage order, and
Sure.
I will replace the token because somehow he just took it up. And that's 5 attacks, I think.
Oh, the yeah, the capture the objective token.
Yep.
There you go.
Right. Exactly.
I think it's 6, isn't it? Oh, it is 5.
5,
okay.
actually. Yeah.
It is P1.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh my god.
And I'm using another elite point to make that 5 a crit also.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just luck. Cannot say anything else about that.
Okay, so he is very dead. I think I'll use a support asset now. And we'll fire an Archaeotech beam at him.
Yep.
He's pretty in cover and he's got a lot of stuff, so I need to use a big gun to kill him. Okay, so we got 2 hits so far. I'll CP reroll 1. Okay, so that'll kill him. It's AP2 and barrage.
Yep, okay.
And I cannot use the Archaeotech beam next turn. Just go kill for a kill. I lost my heavy gunner, but I killed a guy with him, so I'm not super fussed about it. As far as operatives go, he's not particularly incredible in this matchup. I'm much more concerned about keeping like a Lucia Vane and the Lectromeister and the Voidmaster alive. Like these 3 operatives right here are going to be my late game crushers. I'll probably lose the assassin this turn. I mean, I'd like to not, but I'm just guessing that's probably what's going to happen. Because, I mean, I can go take that plasma piece right now with the assassin, but I'll definitely lose her to return fire. She's pretty comfortable where she's at though at the moment, so I'm not really too motivated with moving her right now. Nah, you're not shooting me from that angle. That's the recon trooper. Okay. So he's still got the sergeant, Fox, and grenade launcher behind here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I mean, we could have the assassin We could charge and go to like right here, fight, kill this guy, and then switch back to conceal. I don't think that does that much, if I'm being honest, but I'm going to try and keep her to my last activation.
My Fox Trooper splits up his two activations, his two actions between the grenade launcher guy and the plasma guy.
Okay. Grenade launcher and plasma. Let's see. So we could go 1. That'd be 7, 8, 9. So I can't charge from that angle. We're going to have to charge from this angle. So... Okay. So if we were to go 1... So 6, 7, 8. Nope. I'm just trying to see if I have a charge on you.
Mm-hmm.
1. No, I have to move this way. So there's 5. 6. Oops. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I can get visibility on you. Okay.
Ah, you have to get visibility to
Yes.
make that charge? Okay.
Yeah, in order to get into engagement range, you have to be visible. So, that kind of messes with things, doesn't it? I don't think I have it from this angle either, because we had 1. No, we definitely, that's 7 right there. Ah. I thought she was a lot closer than she actually is. So he could just run up within 2 inches and shoot me. Which I don't like. So if we dash... Oops. And then go 4. Let me see if I could get up on top of that building, actually. So we have a 10-inch move.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would be 4 to climb. No, we don't have the movement to get up there. Okay. She's just gonna move dash to go. Actually, you know what? God. That's such a bad position for me to be in now. I thought I was in charge range of you.
Yeah, I measured it more than once, but I didn't think that she had to get visibility, but just be in 1 inch within his base. So yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that you could charge.
1. I'll take the plasma. Ah, fuck. I can move his grenade launcher into me. This is a really bad spot for my assassin now. Let's see, because he could go 1. Yeah, dude, he's got like tons of movement on this guy. I'm gonna take the risk and we'll take the shot. Okay. I'll pass with my voidsman up here. I'll let his assassin or his plasma gunner shoot me. Cuz if he doesn't kill me, then we'll be in a pretty good position to ruin his day with that assassin. But that's a big if. He's got 10 elite points. Just 6 CP. That doesn't sound right. Starts on 4. Goes up to 5 on turn 1. Or turn 2. I think you should be on 4 CP, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course.
Here we go.
Yep. I clicked it a couple of times because the number didn't change. Maybe that
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
the game just saw it later or something like that.
Oh, good.
Behind that door and passes his second activation.
Okay. So I think this guy's gonna activate. And we'll go 2. So there's a dash. And then he'll just move to go right next to the door right here. Okay. So now he can't move through that door. Yeah, we're gonna lose this objective. That's perfectly fine with me. Yeah, I'm thinking if we can just keep this 1-for-1 trade thing going, I'm okay with that. If the dog lives, I think we'll do a jump over into this building. And then we'll just try and secure vantage with the dog.
That was the normal move, and 1 inch over the barricade, and I should have to another inch by the dash, and then I can place him like this.
Yeah, I don't think you can move over that though. I don't.
Okay.
Your base doesn't have enough. Or your base is too big to move over this spot.
If I'm just standing behind the pillar and have a conceal order, should conceal me, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're
So
concealed
that he
from here.
cannot be shot.
Oh,
if
yep,
he's
that
standing.
also works. Yep. You want to be like...
Yeah, like this, exactly.
Okay. Okay, so the Void Master can run out there. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck me, he's got so many activations still. I'm really worried about that plasma, if I'm being completely honest. We're running out of stuff to burn. So we could push... What? Do we pass with this guy? Alright, I'll pass with this Voidsman. I'm not really sure where Lucia wants to go. I gotta be really careful with her. Because I really need her to survive. I can't afford to lose her. Okay, he's pulling the trigger with this guy.
If I move dash up to this position, and she is within 2 inch, she should no longer be concealed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just have a look. Okay, yeah, then I want to make the shot.
Okay. I have an invulnerable save, so there's no point in overcharging.
What is your normal save? 6+.
Yeah, but she has a 5+ invulnerable save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then I will take the normal profile.
Okay. We need some real luck to happen here. Okay, that's real luck. That's what we needed. I'm assuming he's going to CP reroll, because my assassin is just going to wreck that guy now.
I will use 1 CP to reroll one of the dice.
Sure. Okay, that's bad. And spend elite points to
And I
upgrade
will
me.
use 3 elite points to make that 3 a crit.
Okay. So I have 5 up in Vuln. So I pass 1. Let me think of how I can do this. So at the
But
moment, we
it's...
would stop
Oh,
1.
okay.
Then I take half damage from the 6. And then this would be 5. So that'd be 8. So that would be enough to kill me. But I do have a 6 up, feel no pain. I think I'm going to spend 1 CP reroll here to reroll a 2. Okay, so we fail. Odds are I get a 6 with 8 dice, so I think we'll just roll 8 dice and see what we get. So feel no pain. Oh, thank you, game. God damn it. Of course, 8 dice and we don't get a single 6. I really appreciate that game.
So, can we just recap that? Because I bear 8 damage and had
16 dice and I
a
roll a
5
single.
up, feel no pain, right?
A 6 up.
Ah, a 6 up, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking.
For that, she would have survived, but okay, yeah. Oh, my.
Nope. That's dumb. That is really... I'm really upset about that. God damn it. We're just in such a bad position now. So we could go 10 to go here. But we'll get shot by the sniper. Oh my god, I am in such a horrible position now. All I needed was the dice to, like, roll average, and we've been fine. I'm not even talking about, like, exactly average. Like, just not terrible. That's all I needed. And we didn't even get that. So a Lucia Vane could go... Now we gotta start playing really risky. So we go 7 inches there. And we go 3 to go there. Or alternatively, okay, so I think I might activate a Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2. There's 5. If I did a dash, so we could go all the way out to right there. Can I turn my... Okay, so you currently cannot see her because the base doesn't count as part of the model. So I think I will switch to engage and shoot this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just think on what I want to use to shoot him.
Yep. Take your time.
I'd probably use the relic pistol. Oh, I'm within 1 inch. Hold on. I can't be there. So we go 2, 5, 3 to go there. And then we'll turn her base. She'll go. Okay. Okay, she's completely hidden from this vantage over here. Okay. I'm going to use my relic pistol to shoot the plasma gun. I'm not going to think bad thoughts. I'm not going to think bad dice rolls. I'm just going to roll it. Okay. So this does become P1. So it becomes a P1. And damage is 4/5. Okay, so that would kill him. We'd get shot by the medic, which is not... It's not great, because medic can still potentially kill me here. However, it's a lot better than getting shot by a grenade launcher. Maybe get the Electromeister.
At my grenadier, do you think he can move through the door? Or is it blocked by the sergeant?
This guy?
Oh,
I see what you're saying. Yes, yes, it would be blocked by the sergeant.
Okay. Okay, then my recon trooper climbs through that terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he can place within 1.
Yes. If you push R, you can see where 1 inch is.
Ah,
It's
okay.
the black circle right there.
So I can place him like this, and then I make a dash.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this.
Okay. Okay, so I will activate the Electromeister, and he's going to investigate motive force onto that. So I will score 1 VP, because I've done it twice now. And then he's going to... I think move to go right there. And he'll activate his, what's it called? Actually, hold on. Maybe I'm not going to move him there. Can we go... We can go 10 inches to right there. Maybe that might be better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 inches to right there, because that I'm still safe from the vantage there. So, okay, your turn.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anywhere he could get a frag grenade on me from that angle. Like even if he shot me from here, I'd still be obscured. So, and this helps Lucia because she can reroll her save within range of him. And now Lucy is in position to do a really big play next turn. So we do
From this position, my combat medic should be able to see Lucia.
Okay.
He will take the shot.
Okay. Oh, I hope this guy doesn't roll hot. He could. I mean, it's more than possible to kill me with this. Especially when you just pay 2 points.
I take another 2 elite points to make that 4 also crit.
That's interesting. Okay, I have no cover, so I'll take my 4 up invulnerable save.
Mhm.
Okay, I can re-roll because I'm within 4 inches of the Electro Priest. Okay, so we'll stop 2 crits and I'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
And then that gets... Actually, yeah, it's going to be 2 damage either way because she's standing on the objective. So she goes to 6. What does he have? God, he has so many activations left. So is the grenade launcher. So if I dashed out 3, then went... Hold on, I'm just seeing where I could go with this. Okay, Sniper would absolutely be able to see me. I don't think it's worth running out. I can score a retrieval later. Like the dog can hop down and we can just go for a safer position. We could instead go 1, 3. Four. I think I'll just put my Void Master right here. I don't think there's an angle there. Because I still part of my base is on the other side of the building.
Yep, you are right.
Try and push forward there. This guy's still in the backfield, so like we can still defend this area. I still have support assets, so next turn we could try and do something. Like I've got options here. Like we could drop down a cluster munitions on here and here. It's honestly not a terrible play, but I don't think that kills either of these guys. What in the world are you? Oh, okay. Oops. pushed up against the wall. I should save.
I'm passing both actions with my sharpshooter.
Okay. I have everyone activated, so go ahead and do the rest of your turn.
Do you have anyone to make an overwatch?
Oh, no. So I don't think her guns are... Yeah, they're 6-inch range.
Okay, then I just make my last activation. I think that this should not be necessary because from the mission perspective I should still control the point, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Could group activate here if he tries to move up on me.
Okay, then oops. I move dashing the grenadier into here.
Okay. Do you want to stay and engage or go to conceal?
Yeah, he can go to a conceal order. I can change it in the next round again, so it would be okay.
Okay. Alright, and this changes to your control. So we both score 3 for primary points this turn. And then I'll score 1 for secure vantage. Okay. And then we both gain a CP. And then save positions, ready operatives.
I think you didn't get into my half of the board.
Yes, I have a guy right here.
Let me just wholly within your territory. Does the territory begin from the middle line or?
Yeah. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So it doesn't count yet. But the vital objective counts?
You did get vital objective, yes. And for protect assets, you killed the assassin who was on an objective, but it was just her, so you didn't score protect assets then.
That's true, yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's see who goes first. I get a 4. Be great if I went first again. Okay, so I'll go
take 1 CP to reroll.
Oh, okay.
Did I have 3? Did I add my... No, okay, that will just after the initiative.
You were at 4. You used a CP reroll, so you went to 3. And then I think you used... oh, you just used a CP now. Okay, yeah. So you should be at 2. Okay, so I still go first. That's very lucky of me. I'm trying to think how I want to play this.
We both should get another CP.
Yeah, so I'm up to 2.
Then I'm up to 3 again.
Okay. So if I use this... I'm not going to play... do I want to do... So I'm going to pay 1 CP for lethal proximity. So if I... oh, that's a shooting attack. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. We'll do... stake claim. And I will put down a stake claim token for right here. So if I attack a guy with a shooty or fight action within 3 inches of this token, then I can retain 1 of my attack dice as a hit without rolling it.
Um, play clearance sweep for 1 CP. Therefore,
Okay.
I also have to place an objective marker.
Mm-hmm. So he gets a free elite point.
Place it like this, and if one of my guys shooting one of your guys within 4 inch each of this, then I can use 1 elite point for free.
Okay. Oh, did you give yourself elite points yet?
No, not yet. Thanks for reminding me.
Yep. Okay. I'm not going to spend any other CP.
Neither.
Okay. Then we go to TAC Ops. So you have to select a new vital objective. Sorry. I did that really close to the mic. It's getting a little hot.
Yes, it has to be one I didn't control.
Yes.
At the end of the last turning point, that were the 3 ones I did score for. So I have to take a new one, and I think it should be.
I'm debating whether I want
It's hard to
Lucia
say.
to run up and charge.
I take this one.
This one? Okay. If I were to run her up and charge her, I mean, that effectively just removes this half of the board. Okay. So if I activate her, she goes 7 and 1. So I am in charge range of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing if I can get... Okay, so I can get in charge range and still be in cover. So she will do that. And then I'll spend 1 CP to do Survivalists on her. So I can do this once per game per operative. So she immediately restores up to 4 wounds. So she goes up to 8. Do I have to do that now? Use this ploy when a friendly operative is more... Yeah. Okay, so I use it when I'm activated back here. And she heals. And then she charges and I'll fight the recon trooper. So I've got 4 attacks. Yep. So I can retain 1 hit for free. Okay. You get a crit. Okay. Well, this is bad. So now I'm out of CP. Oh, why did I have to miss? God damn it. Well, this just screws everything up.
So at the moment you have 1 hit and 1 crit, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll hit you for 6.
Then I block your hit.
Yep. God, fuck, man. This game could not possibly be going worse for me. Like, I know I'm winning in points, but I have not had one thing go my way this whole game. Oh, that feels bad. That feels so bad.
Okay, cover retreat cannot be used because I'm inside of your engagement range.
What? Wait. While that operative is visible to and within 6 of another friendly yeah, you can use it on them.
No.
Yeah, because you're within 6 of this guy.
It's visible and within 6 of another friendly Kasrkin operative, and that is not within engagement range of an... Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
so the other objective, the medic,
Yes.
is not allowed to be in engagement range. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
So I use that for 1 CP.
Okay. You are injured, though.
Yeah. So my move is just 4.
We'll get the motive force investigated over here. We'll go lethal 4+ on the combat medic.
Who here? Because I'm already in engagement range, so
Yep.
there should nothing be preventing me. And I think he's eventually dead, so I can just try to make some damage.
Nice. So now we'll get the splash on the medic. That should just take this guy out too.
Okay, I will make that shooting attack.
Okay.
In 5s. And I have 6 points. I will use another 3 points.
Yeah, makes
Did I give
sense.
myself the points in the beginning of turning point 3? I think you reminded me, right?
You were at 5 and then you went to 7, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you reminded me. So that should go down to 3.
4, right?
I had 6. The field is a little bugged. I'm just loading a new one. 1 second.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to add.
So on that one was 6. And now I'm using 3.
Oh, you were on 7 at the beginning of the turn, so you should be on 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm using 3 to
Turn that to a 6.
turn that
Okay.
to a crit, right?
Okay. Please don't die. Of course. Everything else is bad, or happened bad in this game, so might as well continue the trend. Fuck me, man. Alright, fair enough. Sorry if I'm coming off a little salty. I just... I would like some things to, you know, work out. Oh, man. We're doing a risk here. Alright, so this guy's gonna investigate motive force for free. So I finished that tack up. Then he'll change to engage. And he will move 1, 2. Yeah, we'll just go all the way up to right here. So I'm going to go there, and then we're going to use my Voltageist charge for free. And then he's going to shoot your medic.
Okay.
So I get to retain 1 hit automatically, and then we have lethal 4+ on my pistol. Fuck's sake. Alright, this automatically upgrades to a crit because of rending. So this guy will die unless the medic survives, because it's splash. So the medic takes 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so we can already give him the mortal wounds?
Yes. The mortal wounds happen as soon as I roll the crit.
Then he has 5 left. You have no AP, so I can roll all 3 dice.
Wait, do you want to take cover or do you want to roll? These are 2 critical hits.
Oh, they are already 2 critical hits, okay.
Yes, and the damage is 4/4. But I'll let you make the decision on if you want to do cover or not.
Yeah, I will make 1 for cover.
Okay. Fuck. So the medic lives. So both these guys are going to live again.
1 crit should be saved, and that makes how much damage?
4. So he'll be alive on 1 wound. Do you want to save this guy?
Yeah, I want to save him.
Okay, so both of them will be -1 AP. And then, if you would like, you can dash this guy, but he has to end his dash within 1 inch of the medic.
No, I don't want to dash him.
Okay. See if a fucking artillery strike can finish the job. My god, man. The amount of effort I've had to put into killing these 2 operatives is just insane. Just absolutely insane. We should have done lethal proximity. No, that wouldn't even have helped me, because I missed my 2 melee attacks. We can only do that for shooting if I'm right. Makes a shooting attack. Yep. We gotta not use Lucia.
Again, to use both of his actions for battle comms, and he will give my sergeant and the gunner with grenade launcher an additional action.
Sergeant and the grenade launcher. Okay. We gotta not use Lucia for opening plays. I think. Because she's just so unreliable when you're not getting balanced with her attacks. Okay. So I want to see... if we were to hit from... yeah, we're going to be obscured. Actually, it's 28. Oops. Yeah, we're super concealed from there. Okay. So I don't want to expose this guy. Just trying to think. So if I climb down... whoops. No, we are in 2D. So if I climb down and went 2 inches back this way... so if we were to go to right there... with that... okay. So I'm going to climb down there. And I'm going to... do I want to do anything? No, I'm not gonna do anything. So we'll just climb down there. Oh wait, you still have the medic active, right? Ah, shoot. Okay. In that case, I'm not gonna do that move. I think he will move to go here. And then I'll switch to engage and shoot the medic. Okay. So this will be 4 attacks. I can retain 1 hit. And then hitting on 4s. Okay, so that's going to be 3 hits.
Yeah, okay, so he is dead.
Okay. Oh my god, it only took 3 models to kill a single guy. Alright, back to you.
Hmm?
Oh, I see. The sergeant's gonna come through the door and fight, kill him, and then overcharge plasma and shoot me. I don't have much to say about that, if I'm being honest. I don't know what this grenade launcher is doing, though.
So that is... the scrap pile is light terrain, right?
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm thinking the dog just jumps and just runs across to the other vantage.
Have 9. I needed 5 to this spot. Can I use the remaining 4 to get up to the vantage?
You needed 5 to get there, and you have 4 inches. So no, you don't have enough to climb.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I need to take this point back. There's a lot of things I need to do this turn. I'm not really sure how to achieve them either. I'm kind of tempted to just have the Void Master.
So I will use the Trooper to get up to here.
Yep.
With a normal move, switch to engage and shoot at that Voidsman.
Okay.
Get 1 elite point for free. And I will use 3 to make that another crit.
This was a 3?
Yeah, that was a 3.
Okay, because you can spend 1 for free because you're a trooper.
Ah,
and then
okay, yeah.
You also have clearance sweep, which is right here.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He isn't activated yet, so
okay.
I cannot use.
I see.
Ah, okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, of course he can spend.
You just spend 1, right?
2. Yeah, then I'm back to 3. That's right. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem. So you get 2 crits. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I stop 1 crit and I take 4 damage. So he's down to 3. Okay. Oh man, you're putting me in a really uncomfortable position to be in. But I think I have to do this. So if we were to go there, and then we dash, go there. I think that would be the best position for me to go. Okay, so this guy's just gonna scramble across the terrain and then dash to go there.
Did you pick that item back up?
Oh, no, but I do need to get a little closer. Okay. I don't have to carry the item, I just have to control it. So if I'm within 2 inches,
okay,
you can control it. If that dog fails the jump test, I might flip my table. I'm waiting to see what happens here, though, because we could drop an artillery strike on this guy. Oh, he's not within charge range. That would have been nice to know. I should have measured that. for a new player, and I shouldn't even say for a new player. I think this guy's been playing pretty damn well. Oh, don't tell me you have... No, there's no way. Okay. How many save positions? So he's got 3 operatives left to activate. We could still drop an artillery strike on the wounded guy over here, but I think if he kills this guy before he activates, yeah, you are not in range.
We'll move up to that point directly behind the door.
Okay.
And he cannot do anything with his perked action at the moment, so it will just be gone.
Okay. I still have a dog. Have this guy activate. So I don't have the movement to get around and charge. And hold the objective. So what does this guy do? That is a good question. That's interesting. Where could we go? So we could go to like right here? No. We could go to like right there. Putting myself over here just opens up that guy to getting damaged. So I think he's going to go to right here. So he's going to dash towards the terrain and then scramble across it. And go to right there. That at least resets the terrain or the objective and possibly makes it so I can control it. Who have I lost on objectives? I've just lost to Lucia this turn. Okay. So, I mean, protect assets. This is probably never going to happen for him then. And he's not getting hold them back this turn. I don't think he's getting vital objective either. Because the vital objective's over... No, the vital objective's over here. That is just not happening.
I use my grenadier and I should be within circles to see him.
Okay.
And I'm making the shot with... Just 1 second.
Yeah, you're not in range to hit me with the frag.
Okay. I'm using the crack grenade.
Okay.
Yeah, I will just set him as not activated because I just have a action after that because he has 3.
Dice gods, you've fucked me this whole game.
So
I
I'm
am
hitting
due
on
for a
fours.
bad roll by my opponent. Okay. Damn you, dice gods.
Yes,
Damn you,
3
dice
points left.
gods.
But nevertheless, I will use 1 additional elite point.
Okay.
No, he is within of the token still. So
Yep.
I will use a 3 elite point to make that 5 a crit again.
Okay, so he's dead. Damn. Okay. Do you want to do anything else for your activation?
I have to stand on the point at the end of the turning point so that I keep it. Because I think when moving to there, your Voidsman took it over, right?
Well, he reset it, yes.
Okay. And at the end of the turning point, do I have to stay there or?
Yes.
Okay.
See, I mean, maybe he moves into position to get artillery struck. It's definitely something that could happen. Oh.
Yeah, I will move inside of here.
Okay. So he has 1 activation left with the... Okay. Am I getting overwatched by anyone? Potentially, if I don't kill that guy. Okay, so this guy's just going to hop down too. I'm going to switch to engage, and I'm going to shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
So I can retain 1 hit, and then 3 shots. Okay, so we get 3 hits. I don't want to get overwatched. This is why I'm doing this. Here comes the CP rule save. Oh, it hurts, man. It
I spent
hurts.
the CP to reroll this one.
Just give me something, game. Of course not. Of fucking
Then you
course
should be
not.
safe.
Jesus Christ. Dice games. They suck. I hate dice so much. Oh my god. We just can't get anything to go my way. Alright. Your turn.
Just
He's
looking
gonna-
if I can see anyone with my sharpshooter.
He's got the
I
grenade
think
launcher.
still not. Wasn't able to shoot anything until now, and it's the third turning point. Great.
Yeah, yep. I think we just drop an artillery strike on this guy. I want him dead. Although hitting the grenade launcher with a cluster bomb could be good. I think you'd have to be right there to not get obscured. Yep.
Okay, then I'm not trying it. Yeah, then he's just going on with waiting and passes.
Okay, so I will use a support asset now. We'll use the cluster bomb on the grenade launcher right here.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, not the cluster bomb, the guided shell. This one. So this is barrage. However, you're standing under a roof, so you can still get cover. But it is 5 shots. Okay. Can I kill a guy, please? No. Fuck. Oh my god.
Any AP?
No AP.
Okay, then I take 1 for cover. And I roll the other ones.
Yeah.
Then I should be safe.
Yep. You get 1 Overwatch on this guy. Watch this guy just fucking get 3 crits. God, man. This is insane. This is actually insane.
Yep. I will shoot into your Electromaster.
Okay.
Or die sitting on 5. Yeah, I have no CP left, okay. Yeah, but it will stay like this. I won't spend any elite points.
Okay. So the last thing I will do is the dog will just dash out to here, and I will try to perform a jump test. Okay, we actually pass it. And then we can go 6 and 8. So we'll end our move right there. And that's my last activation.
Okay. So that's the end of turning point 3.
Yep. So I'll score recover item and secure vantage. You are holding this still, so we both get 3 victory points. I mean, I've given myself a massive lead. And then let's see. So I'm still denying hold them back because my Electromeister right here.
Yeah.
Yep. So we both gain 1 CP, save positions and ready operatives. And so you goes first. Okay, so you automatically get first turn.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget
get
to.
1 CP.
Yep, don't forget to give elite point too. Okay, and then this goes away. Then this goes away. And then this goes away. That was a really bad last turn for me, but we managed to max out the tac ops, so at least that's going well. I should be able to pick this guy
Okay, I
off.
just clicked the CP, but nothing's happening. I wait
Oh.
until it will
Okay.
appear. I don't want to spend any CP in strategic ploy, so it should be okay.
Okay. Do I want to do anything?
Do you want to spend any CP in strategic ploys?
Yeah, I'm just debating if I do.
Okay.
I don't think so. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll spend 1 for lethal proximity. So if I shoot you within 6, then I can reroll 1 dice. I think that's probably a good way to go.
I have 2 CP. Yeah, now it's right.
Okay. And then for attack ops, where do you want your vital objective?
It should be this one again.
Okay. If I can just have the
Then
void.
I can begin with my activation, right?
Yes. If I can have the Void Master just run up and knock out these two guys, that would be super great. We'll see what happens though. This just goes to show you that, like, despite people saying Kasrkin are bad, like, their shooting is still good, even at BS4. Like, the elite points just allow them to just push damage through so easily. So, the only problem with BS4 is you're just limited to, like, the swinginess of your dice. So if your dice decide to shit the bed like they have for me this game, you're just kind of SOL with Kasrkin.
I think I should be able to see him from here.
Yep, I would say so.
Okay. So then I will take the shot.
Okay.
It's for I had 5 elite points. The elite point field is bugged again. I will use.
So you had 5?
Yep, I had 5.
Okay. And then here.
We'll use 4 of them to retain another crit.
Okay, so you go down to 1 elite point.
This will load another field.
That's okay. I'm tracking it. So.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you're on 1 elite point, so you have 2 crits and 1 hit now, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so I have no cover and a 4-up save. So we stop 1. I can use my once per game hardy ability to negate the damage on 1, so he'll take 5 damage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so shit. I need to kill that guy. So I'm going to... I don't have the movement now that I'm injured. Okay. Let me think. I'll move to right here, and I'll change to engage. And I'm going to shoot the trooper here. And he's... Okay, so we'll use the shotgun profile first.
The close range profile, yeah?
Yeah. I'm injured, so this is a miss, but I do have lethal proximity. Okay, so we get 2 crits, 2 hits. Damage 4/4. I know he has a sergeant that could still run on that objective. But, oh, okay, that still kills him. So that'll still kill him. He does have a CP.
That's okay. I don't use the CP.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Okay, and then I'll shoot my last pistol at the gunner. So we get a hit and a miss. Okay, so now we get 2 crits and 1 hit.
Last pistol is
it's damage
2 and 3.
It's 3/4 because of his hot shot
okay.
capacitor. This guy's such a Chad, man.
guy should be... No, I'm not in cover, okay. So I will roll all 3.
Thank you, game. Finally.
Then he's also dead.
We got a big power play here.
Because that should be 2 crit.
Yeah, it'll
each
be
dealing 4 damage.
Yep. And then this objective resets again. I think I'm gonna have the Lector Priestess walk up and zap the Sergeant. I think that's the plan.
What's he is on the engage order, I should be able to shoot him from up here.
Yeah, you might need a little more angle to go right there, just to avoid the pillar right here. Actually, if you go right there would work. Yeah, so like pretty much on that spot right there. So I think you wouldn't be able to hit him with the sharpshoot profile, but if you shot me with your normal profile, you'd be able to. I mean, he just needs one hit to go through to kill this guy, but I mean, that guy did his job, so...
Okay, then I'm switching to engage order and use the normal profile.
Okay. Okay. If you bump up 1 elite point, you just kill me.
Yep, then I do this.
Okay. So he dies. And that's 1 for protect assets. So if you kill 1 more guy on an objective, you score that.
Okay.
I will activate my Electromeister. And he's going to do Voltgeist charge. And he will move out onto the objective right here. That should be more than... So 5.9 is going to be right there. And that puts me within 6 of your Sergeant. And he'll shoot the Sergeant. So 4 shots. So it's going to be 3 mortal wounds and 3 crits. No AP. This is going to kill him. So if you CP rerolled and saved, he would survive on 1 wound.
Okay, then I'll try that.
Okay. Okay, so he does survive on 1 wound. Why is the music... Oh, it's just a quiet time. Okay, and then this objective resets. Okay, back to you. Yeah, I'm just saving my Archaeotech beam for the for some bullshit. I think we've secured this game though. This was a really hard fought game though. Like the points made it seem like it wasn't.
He should be back at 2 AP, right?
No, because he got -1 AP from when he was rescued, and he already had activated. So this sticks around until his next activation.
Okay, so If he activates, he just he still has the 1 AP.
Yes.
Okay, then I will activate him.
Okay.
Is the Voltergeist field active?
No.
Okay, and then he will get a conceal order, and
Okay.
that'll be his turn.
Okay, so I can't artillery strike him now. You could have the dog just go kill the sergeant. I actually think that's the best play, because we just stop him. That would be game. Alright, I'll have my dog activate, and he'll jump down and charge your sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get a hit through, so I'll kill him. Okay, now he can't, because he could have still moved, dashed, or like dashed and scrambled to get onto my objective and get a bunch of points, but that stopped that. Dog did a really good job this game. Then we can throw an Archaeotech beam at... You know what? Fuck that sniper. I think that's what we'll do. We'll shoot the Archaeotech beam at the sniper. Or we could just cluster bomb that. That could be fun too. I would hit my own guy, but he probably actually survives that, to be honest. Yeah, I think this game ended up being a really hard-fought game. But I think had I had rolled even average in a lot of my rolls, this would have been a far easier game for me, in my opinion. I think my opponent did play really well, though.
Dash, and I'm placing him like this.
Okay. So you're fully activated now, right?
Right.
Okay, so I've got 2 activations left, so this guy's gonna move with a dash, and then he'll move to go, I think, right there. Okay, and then you get an Overwatch.
Yeah, I will overwatch with my sniper, with
Okay.
the...
Snipe profile.
Yeah, it's a sharpshoot profile. Yeah, okay. Then I'm hitting on 4s.
Oh, you
4
can
dice.
you can use the snipe profile.
Can I?
Yep.
Because the silent rule gets negated?
I mean, you don't have to be engaged or concealed to use silent weapons. And heavy only matters is it only matters if you try to move and shoot during your activation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I will use the snipe profile, of course.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm hitting on freeze.
Oh, does it hit on a 2+? No, I think it's still on 4s, right?
It hits on I took the profile out of Battlescribe and there's a mistake, so the snipe profile normally hits on 2s.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. Okay, so you get 2 hits. And I can reroll. Oh, I don't need to. Okay, so he's good. I'm going to then shoot an artillery strike onto this guy. So we're going to use the cluster bomb. So it's a 3-inch blast. So this actually hits my guy as well. So this will be 5 attacks, damage 2-3. So on the Vox Trooper first. Okay, so 1 crit, 3 hits. Of course, the game starts giving me good dice rolls now when it doesn't matter.
Did it have AP?
No AP. So that'd be 7 damage at the moment. Yeah, so that'll kill him. We'll go to the Recon Trooper next. So that'll kill the Recon Trooper. So I get 5 hits. And then the Electromeister. We get a hit and a crit. So I will save that. So he's fine. Nothing like a little danger close artillery to end the game. That'll change to mine. And I think that's the end of the game.
Yeah. Basically, yes, you have 1 activation left, but
Yeah.
I don't think that will change anything.
No. Well, that was a really fun game. I actually like the. I know the score is a huge difference, but I feel like you played really well though. Like you were killing my guys left and right.
Yep. I also think the shooting worked out for me. Yeah, I
of
also
course.
have to say you played really well. So it's all 18 points that were possible.
Thank you.
And I in the first round with your placing and stuff, and I couldn't see anyone, and yeah, just from a vantage, I couldn't make any shot. Yeah, I already noticed how well the placement was and stuff, and I also think for this mission I didn't have the best choice of tech ops.
I agree.
Because yeah, okay, protect assets could have worked if I in the second or third turning point made another shot and killed one of your operatives, but
Yeah.
yeah, that didn't work out, and hold them back is I just have the feeling that it isn't that good.
I think hold them back is it's still a good tack up, but I think on this deployment it's too easy to contest it. Because it's very easy for me to get to your half of the board. Because of how big the deployment zone is, but if it's the long deployment, I think it's a really good tack up to take. And then protect assets, to be honest, I don't know. Like it's a good tack up for this mission. So I don't think it was a bad choice, but I think I purposely tried to play around it. So I think if you're taking protect assets, maybe, I mean, this is easier said than done, but like try to contest my objectives a little bit more, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really sure how you could have done that.
Yeah, because especially at this point, right here,
Yeah.
there were 2 people, Lucia and the Electromaster,
Yeah.
and they were so well placed that I wasn't able to kill anyone, and I think just the Electromaster or both, I don't remember, were on the objective, and that
Yes.
theoretically that would have worked, but yeah, because of the placement. The same on the spot, I think, because here was an operative, but he was really well concealed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have. I just have to look into the other tech ops because the Kasrkin. I really like to play them, also with the elite points.
Yeah.
I'm not yet understanding. Also, I'm not yet completely understanding how you would elimination pattern work, because DP1 is really great on hotshot weapons, but especially in this game, there's quite no situation where you hit an enemy without cover, besides going really near.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't elimination pattern work with the scopes?
the problem is, I don't know if it's a bad wording by Games Workshop, but elimination pattern, as I understand it, only works if the target is not in cover, and the scope gives the no cover rule.
Okay,
So that's the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be so great if the scope just
Yeah.
lets you see enemies if they were not in cover, or if the elimination pattern would state that the enemy has the no cover rule on him for that shooting attack. So that would work out greatly, because I had the scopes on both of my troopers,
Yeah.
and that would be a completely different situation. But as it is, I really don't know how to put it to use correctly or efficiently.
I think this is probably one that maybe you end up using a lot more in Into the Dark, where there's less cover. But that's the only, like, I don't think there's many opportunity, because like you said, most of the time when you're shooting at somebody in open, they're going to be in cover.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm surprised you never used this strat, reposition. This is a really good one.
I know, but I didn't feel like it was really good in any situation for me, because I had three guys like at this point, but I didn't see the necessity to move them up somewhere.
That's
because,
true.
And two on this point, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. One thing I also might recommend is using this strat, like, just to get a 5-up feel no pain, and moving a guy onto an objective is also a really powerful move. Like, if you could have your what's it called, the volley gun move to right here, and then you could have 4KD at him, so then he would have been in cover. I mean, he probably still dies to the laser beam, but it's something to think about.
Yeah, I'm always forgetting about it, because I just see the 1 damage on gun butt, so on melee damage. But I always forget about that there's also a second effect. And the 5-up Feel No Pain is really good. I also played with Veteran Guardsman a bit, and there you have I think it's the Hardened Veteran. And 5-ups Feel No Pain sounds bad, but often enough that saved his life for me.
Yeah, it's a really powerful ability. But anyways, man, I'm gonna go to bed now. It's really late for me, but thank you very much for the game. Like I said, I think you played really well. I think the main difference was the tac ops. Like, I was able to get all of my tac ops where you weren't able to score those.
Yep. In the future, I have to look a bit more into the other tech ops, like Seek and Destroy and stuff.
Yeah, I think Seek and Destroy would have really helped you this game. Because, I mean, like, I guess I killed most of your team, but, like, that was all at the end of the game. Most of the game, you were just killing all my guys. Like, it felt like all of my guys were dying. I was so sad when Lucia just walked up and like couldn't even kill somebody.
Yeah, that was so unlucky.
That felt so bad. But
Yeah,
I mean, dice games, so.
yeah.
But
And I have to say too, you were really unlucky with rolling the dice sometimes
yeah,
this game.
yeah, I agree. Luckily, I was able to get my like a lot of points, so I could kind of try and play the mission. But
Mm.
anyways, well, maybe I'll see you around.
Okay, thanks for the nice game, and yeah, then good night for you.
Have a nice night.
Bye.
Guy was really nice. He really played well. Like I really want to emphasize like how well he played. Like he's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you a good game like for recording because I'm a new player. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm in my mind. I'm thinking, all right. Well, maybe I'm going to have to walk somebody through a game, and I'll have to pull some punches to make the game last out 4 turns. But this guy played his socks off, man. He played really hard and gave a good game in my opinion. Like I said, the score really doesn't make it feel like how close of a game it really was. Like I mean, I was able to kill most of his team on turn 4 just because of the positioning I was in. And like I got all my tac ops done, so that really helped. But yeah, it was really fun. I'm really enjoying Starstriders. I think they're such a good team, and there's so much depth. Like this something that this team allows for is you to make plays, and I feel like if we were to compare them to like Hunter Clade, for example, Hunter Clade is a team that's very consistent in what it does, right? It's pretty easy to map out how much damage your team's going to do in a given turn, right? But it has its limitations, right? So if you're fighting against like Legionnaire or like a really tough team, you can pretty much guess that your Sicarans aren't going to be really able to do much. And I know some people are like, oh, what are you talking about, Austin? Like, Sicarans will cut right through a Legionnaire. It's like, well, yes and no, right? There's a lot of things that have to go in the way of the Sicaran player's activation in order to kill Legionnaire with a single Sicaran, right? Because we can roll this out, right? So let's say my Sicaran charges a Legionnaire, assuming Nurgle, because you're just gonna see Nurgle Legionnaires out right now, right? So the Nurgle Legionnaire player, so my Sicaran has 5 attacks, right? So I get 2 misses, 1 gets upgraded to a crit, right? Because we're running blades, because you're not gonna run the Cord Claw versus Legionnaire. So we get 1 crit, 1 hit, 2 crits and 1 hit. Right? The Legionnaire player rolls. Let me just put these aside so they don't... fuck. Whatever. You get the idea. Crit, hit. Right? So this is my roll. Legionnaire player rolls. And gets this. But, I mean, let's say even for argument's sake they miss both their attacks. Right? I swing with a crit here. He parries this. I swing and do another 3 damage. So Legionnaire's taken 9 damage. And then he swings back for 8. So I am down to 2 health and he is down to 3. Right? I can then fight again, in which I'll kill him. Right? But now I have a Sicaran on 2 health. Okay. Like, do you see how easily that can go poorly for me? I mean, I had to even nerf the Chaos Space Marines attacks in order to have that go bad, right? If we'd stayed to my original role, this guy kills the Kasrkin and survives on 3 wounds, right? And then I have to send another model in to go try and kill him. So, something that I really like about Starstriders is I can just decide to kill somebody. You know what I mean? Like, we look at the Archaeotech beam, I look at a Legionnaire and go, I don't like you. Stop existing. Oh, okay, 2 misses. I'll spend 2 CP to reroll these. Okay, that's great. You saved 1. It upgraded to a crit. Take 18 damage. Like, that feels nice. I like looking at something and saying, I don't want it to be on the board anymore. That feels really good, right? It's the same thing with the Electromeister, right? If we set up the combo play with the Electromeister where, like, we shoot a Legionnaire, right? We get the combined arms rerolls. We charge ourselves up. We roll here. Whoops. Reroll these. Oh, we still missed twice. Oh, fuck you, game. So we get 2 crits still. So that's 2 mortal wounds onto a Legionnaire. They have to do 2 critical saves. Now they're Nurgles, so they're probably going to pass. Okay, so this upgrades to a crit, but we've still done 6 damage to a Legionnaire, right? And we should usually roll better with rerolls, so it's like, I think on average we should be able to kill a Legionnaire with him. Because that would be, that puts him at 9 health. And then he gets 3 saves, one of which gets upgraded to a crit. And he takes 8 damage, so he's on 1 wound at that point. So, I like the Electromeister. I mean, Lucia coming in, like, if, like, let's say we would injure somebody, she shoots with her digital lasers. We get combined arms. That's 8 mortal wounds right there. That can finish somebody off. Like, there's just so many ways just to get a massive amount of burst damage on this team, and that's something that I really admire. It's so much fun. And there's the team is so flexible. I mean, you look at like how this game went. I recognized right away that I was never going to outshoot this team. They're Kasrkin, right? They outshoot pretty much anybody that's not Tau, right? Starstriders are a very shooty team, but it's kind of tied up in pistols. Like, they're a very close range team. Your only real long range assets are your support assets, the heavy gunner, and that's realistically it. Like, you have these Voidsmen who, yes, they have bolters, but you can't really rely on them to do anything. They're kind of more just chip damage. And in fact, I probably could have gotten away with taking a grenade this game, but I don't know. So it's like all of his guys are threats because of his elite points. So yeah. Anyways, fantastic game. This was really fun. I'm gonna probably be playing Starstriders quite a bit more. But I'll be changing it up. I think the next game I'm gonna take out another team. I haven't decided if it's gonna be Kroot or maybe somebody else, but I'll give it a thought. So, but I will change it up just for the sake of, you know, people wanting to see different teams played. I might bring an elite team out. I might do like Intercessors or Legionnaire. Yeah, in fact, I think I'll do Legionnaire next game. That sounds fun. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the game. I made an announcement at the beginning of the stream, but just to remind everybody, please check out my mod corner. It just opened up. I've uploaded Veteran Guard onto the workshop. It's my own in real life team. My plan is to upload eventually all the bespoke teams onto the workshop. I'm currently uploading Blooded, and Hunterclade. And then we'll see where I go with that. I mean, it takes about a day of work, like to actually update each team. Like it took me 9 hours to scan and upload all the veteran guardsmen. Obviously, elite teams will take a lot less time, but so we'll see how long it takes. But I own in real life pretty much every bespoke team. Outside of, I mean, who do I not own? God, I think I actually own every team. I'm trying to think, like box teams, I own. Yeah, I own every team. Is there like an ad or like a not admech? Is there like a white dwarf team that I don't own? I don't think so. Yeah, so I own every single team. Oh, a Phobos team I don't own, but I can easily make that because I have a Space Marine army, so it would just take me using some Phobos guys. So yeah, I'll throw those together. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I'll try to upload the bespoke teams, and eventually when we get Arbites and the Drukari team, I'll definitely get those. Like, it's no question. Drukari team sounds really fun. We know for sure there's going to be Cobbleites in the team, but if I were to guess, I think it's going to be a mix of Cobbleites and Witches. I think it's literally just going to be an upgrade over the Compendium team, because their Compendium team is really fun. It's a really fun and really interesting team that it just feels really nice when you're playing with 5 and 5, and it's really enjoyable. So if I were to guess, they're going to be a mix of Cobbleites and Witches, and that's going to be the team. And it's just going to be like upgraded versions of that, where you get like poison on everybody, and I don't know. They're probably going to have like some raiding party mechanic. I don't know what they'll do with that, but maybe where they kill like a certain amount of operatives throughout the game, and they upgrade like with power from pain, similar to their 40k mechanic goes. I really see that happening. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you guys my custom Starstriders team. I have them sitting at like on top of my monitor right now, but they need to get painted before I can scan them and put them in the game. But they'll be really cool when they're on TTS. So anyways, till next time, guys. I'll see you later.